Hi, my lovelies. It's me, author Alexandrian Fonte, coming to you with a new review. So, first off, as usual, we'd like to thank music composer Bin Sound for the tracks that you hear at the beginning of every video. Um, he is a royalty free artist, which basically means that you don't have to pay for the tracks that you download, but you do have to give him a shout out. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. All of his music can be found on bensound.com, and you can use them for your videos, your book trailers, whatever you choose, just as long as you give him his props, which is what I'm doing right now. So all the tracks that you hear in every video that is done by Latina ROM Books, they come from bensound.com. So make sure you guys check that out. You can download his stuff for free. You can also buy it. That's a little bit different. When you click on the icon to check the music, it will actually tell you. I can actually show you right now because I'm actually on the page. So when you click, I don't know, can you guys see it? Yeah. So each of these little icons right there, when you click them, it will come down and then it will tell you if the music is free or not. And then this little tab over there for download, when you click that, it will tell you what you need to do if you want to buy the music to keep it for yourself, or you want to just use it, which is basically Creative Commons. And then let's see. There it is. See, I don't know. Can you guys see it? I think it's too bright for you. But that little box clicks down and then it tells you all of what you can do, whether it's common. There you go. You can see it a little bit this way, and basically tells you what you should do. So you pretty much just go onto his site and click and download if that's what you choose to do. So now tonight's author is a contemporary romance author, and she is an IR author. So remember, on the way that it goes, Monday through Thursday is romance. Fridays is everything. Saturdays is if we feel like coming on. And then Sundays is YA. At least that's how it's going for now. I'm not sure if we're going to continue to do that because it's getting harder and harder to actually get YA authors to come on the channel. I'm not sure why, but we don't really get those. It's like no matter how much Jen and I peruse the groups to get authors to come on the channel, we hardly ever get a YA author. So far we've gotten 3, I believe it is, because SK is part of our banner, so she sort of doesn't count. Well, she counts, but you know what I'm saying. And so basically that's pretty much it. Hey, you guys like my little earrings? I thought they were so cute. Look, they're Afro-Latina. I thought they were cute. Anyway, and so basically that's we haven't gotten any yet, so let's keep our fingers crossed that maybe we will. And if not, if we're not getting them, then we'll probably change that day to everything fiction as well. And then if we get a YA author, then we'll just let you know, and then we'll do the appropriate marketing for that and the clips and all that stuff, so where, you know, the a lot of the comments are suspended and that kind of stuff, because YouTube actually requires that. Now, also, excuse my hair. I washed my hair yesterday and I'm trying to flat iron it, but I don't know if you guys know crazy curly girl issues. It's like the first day you flat iron it is not coming straight because it's too clean. So basically I look a little bushy right now. So on to this review. So tonight's author is author Stacy Deanne. And she is a USA Today best-selling author. She writes in the contemporary romance genre. And she is also an indie author. So, now, tonight's book is called Bruised. Book 1 in the Bruised series. And here is the cover. Ooh, you can actually see it. This is an IR contemporary. So now, the book follows the main detective, Lisa, and she is a detective. I can't believe I said it like that. Well, the main character, Lisa, and she's a detective. She's a homicide detective. And so, basically, someone is killed, and she and her partner Dee, who is also a homicide detective, they're both women of color. They're called out to the scene, and so when they get to the scene, it's really bad. It's a really bad homicide. The person was pretty much beat to death, and so there is a guy there in a wheelchair, and so they're like, okay. They're getting all the briefing from the policeman on the scene. And then they're like, yeah, there's a witness or the best friend or someone like that. And so she's pretty much like, okay, let's go and see what's going on. And so they talk to him and they find out that like he's the guy who got killed, Lewis. He's his best friend. And so he's really distraught and upset that his friend has been killed. And so he's pretty much like, what are you going to do about it? And so Lisa feels a little bit awkward because he's being a real douche. But because he's in a wheelchair, she's not typically going to say you freaking a-hole, And so, so basically they go on to, pretty much they have to solve this case of who killed this guy. And so as they're proceeding in the case, they're finding out a lot of stuff about this guy that the main character, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. His name was Ernest. Oops. I don't know where I got Louise from. I'm so sorry. The guy who got killed, his name was Ernest Juarez. And so basically, where did I get Lewis from? I don't even know. Anyway, and so the guy who got killed, his name is Ernest. And then the guy who is his best friend, his name is Jake. And so basically Jake becomes like the mad dog, he's pretty much following her around. He's showing up at crime scenes that he's not supposed to be at. And so it's like she's trying to be nice to him because he is disabled. And then he's like, oh, what? So you're treating me differently just because I'm, disabled. If you want to call me an a-hole, then just, do that. And so what it is that he likes her. And so Lisa has her issues of her own. Like she was raised by her grandmother because her mother didn't want her. And so her mother made it a point every day of her life to tell her that she didn't want her because she was like fast tracked to be like this big, huge engineer or something. And then she had to drop out of school to have this baby. And so she pretty much blamed her for the rest of her life. And so her grandparents raised her, or her grandmother raised her, and then her grandmother died. And so she like tried to commit suicide. She didn't feel like she was worthy on the planet, basically. And so she has a lot of issues. And so this guy, Jake, actually likes her. And so he wants to build a relationship with her, but he knows that she has issues. Now, she also is abused. And like the guy she was seeing for like several years, he did her like really dirty. And so basically he was like a high powered lawyer. He had all which most abusers are. Most people think of abusers as, the one dude with the, wife beater on, drinking beer. No, there are some high powered people functioning that are abusers. military men, just, you know, all kind of, all kind of men out there. And so basically she I can't remember if she had him hooked up or not, but she got away from him. She began building her life again, and it's like, so she has issues, reservations about this. And so she doesn't trust people. And then the fact that the ex was an alcoholic as well. And so then once she starts to get to know Jake, even though he's like mad annoying, he's all up in stuff that he shouldn't be in. She actually liked him until she found out that he was a recovering alcoholic. And so he basically he was driving drunk, and he wound up getting into an accident, and then it killed his fiance. And so he doesn't drink anymore. He goes to AA meetings. And so as this case is going on, you start finding out all this stuff about the best friend Ernest as well, that he was a wife beater. He was a serious gambler. He was this, he was that. And so basically the book goes on him trying to get her to basically like him, or at least agree to a date and all this kind of stuff. And so then with her having her own reservations, she's pretty much like throwing it off or whatever. And so then it gets to the point where she actually accuses him of being like a murderer, and she like saying he was the lead suspect. And so basically that's where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to tell you all of the book because we don't do that here. Now, if I had to, okay, so I did have some issues with this. This book is what Jen and I call an easy read, which means that it is a good book. It reads really good, but it's just missing like that, like the, oh my God, they did so and so and so. So we like to call these easy reads. And basically, we usually star them anywhere from a 3 to a 3.75. They don't actually get the other 25 points to push it over into a 4-star because they're missing that one like little oomph. And so this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. But I was still missing like, whatever that is that just throws that book over into, the 4.0, 4.5, Richter, because I kind of feel like, the end scene could have been much more dramatic. Maybe one of them got shot. To bring just like, oh my God, there would have been that element if one of them had gotten shot. And so basically, it's an easy read. It's a good read. I really enjoyed it. I just missed that like oomph. So if I had to start this book, I would start this book because it is a good read. It's an easy read, but it's still a good read. I would start this book at 3.75. I didn't see any typos in it. The book read well all the way through. I wasn't tripping up over language or syntax or any of that stuff. So the book was really good. It gets a 3.75. I'm just missing that like oomph that would just really, really take it over for me. Like I said, kill somebody, girl, or at least just shoot somebody in the leg, something. So you could just be like, oh my God, they got shot, So, I mean, because I kind of already knew who the killers were, or the people who were doing the dirt. I kind of already knew when he said that he wanted to speak to her. The minute he said, I need to speak to you and to come alone, I knew right there that, yeah, this person is the actual person that did all of this stuff. So that's why I kind of feel like, if there would have been some more like, scuffles and maybe somebody got shot in that one scene, then it would have taken the book up for me to a 4 stars. And so basically this book gets a 3.75, and it was a very good read, and I want you guys to go out and pick up this book. So once again, it's called It's called Bruised, and it's book 1 in the Bruised series. So this is a series. So you can go out and get this, pick up book 1. And if I'm not mistaken, when Jen sent it to me, I think she said book 1 is free. You can download it right now, and it's by author Stacy, Deanne, and she is USA Today featured author. So you guys make sure you go out and get this book. It's a freebie, and you can't beat this as a freebie. It's a good book for free. Like I said, she gets a 3.75. I just wish there was more to take it up to that 4 points. So now that is tonight's review. Tomorrow we will be reviewing, just 1 second. I'm not exactly sure who we are going to be reviewing. I try to keep the books because of the fact that even though we're making the videos to where kids can't see them, sometimes, teenagers come on here anyway. So I'm trying to keep the reviews very PG-13, because there are some other books that I would truly like to review that are more along the lines of the eroticism. So I'm not going to touch those yet, but maybe after our channel becomes an actual channel, which is what we're still striving to do. So if you guys know all your friends or your families, get them to come over and subscribe. In order for us to be recognized as a true YouTube channel, we have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and unfortunately we're not even to 200 yet. So you guys send your friends and family over to watch our reviews and tell them to subscribe. And remember, this is not my policy, it's Jen's. If you are an author and you would like for us to feature your book, you're 9 times out of 10 it's more quicker for you to subscribe, because Jen feels like you're showing us love as we're showing you love. So if you subscribe, it's quicker for you to get your book on the air or on the actual channel. That's not my policy, that's hers. And so we both came up with the channel. And so I do my things, she does her thing. So it's like an equal opportunity thing. She wants me to be the face, so I really don't have it. I didn't put the stipulations in view because I am an author as well too. So I don't touch that stuff. I try to review as gentle as I can, because as an author, I know how heart-stopping those bad reviews can be, which is why if your book has so many issues that we can't really review it, we won't give you a star. And now some people might see that as kind of crappy because you're not getting a star, but you have to remember, this is not Amazon. This review is not going to go on your Amazon. This review goes where you choose for it to go, not us. We're not starring your book on Amazon. We don't do that. Because we've had some authors ask us if we could go onto Amazon and give them a review. We don't do that. We don't touch that, because if I decided to not give your book any stars, I'm definitely not going to go onto Amazon and give you a no star. No, we don't do that. We only do live reviews. So everything that we do is live. It comes through this onto the channel, and then you can visually watch it. And so as an author, you have the option of shopping that video around if it's to your benefit. And if it's not, you never have to tell anyone that you actually have a review on a live review channel. We do it that way, so it's your choice to use it or not. We don't star. So just to put that out there, Erica was asked that, and then so was Jen. And so they both wanted you guys to know that they don't do reviews on Amazon. If you're on the channel, we don't do that. If you're not on the channel and they read your book like somewhere else, then they might. But as far as like authors that are on the channel, we don't do that. Because we figure if you got a 5-star out of us, you can easily link that to your site, link it to your promo, and you have no problem with that. Whereas if you didn't get a star, then you may not want to tell people that, so it's to your benefit. So that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, I'm not sure who we're going to be reviewing yet, so it'll be a surprise for you and for me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love, and stay safe in this corona environment. I went to the store today and this dude sneezed, and I felt like awesome that I did actually have on a mask, because he sneezed before I could do anything. So I walked in the path of his sneeze. And so just not saying he had coronavirus, but just regular precautions. If he would have had it, I probably would have caught that if I didn't have a mask on. And so it was unavoidable, because he just like, oh, shoot. And like, he didn't put his hand over his mouth or nothing. He just sneezed, and we were both coming, him and his friend, and then me, we were all coming up the street. They were going this way. I was going that way to go to the supermarket, because there's no point to drive. The supermarket's right around, the corner from my house, and it's good exercise, especially since we're on lockdown. And so he was going this way. I was going that way. So it was like a chew. And when I walked right in the path of his sneeze, and just thank God I had on a mask, because what if he did have it? California has 6,000 cases now, and I think it's 154 deaths. So, and then I'm part of that older, I'm not at the exact, age period that they're saying, but I'm getting close to it. So I seriously don't need that. And so anyway, so that's pretty much it. And I will see you guys tomorrow with a new review. Not exactly sure who we're going to do yet, but we will be. And unfortunately, until my charger gets here, we will be doing the reviews like this, because I don't have any control over Amazon. But at least you get to see my face, clearly. I could do this and not have the camera go all crazy. Like, look, it's changing a little bit, but it's not actually changing that much. So you can actually see my face. And so that's pretty much it. I will see you guys tomorrow with a new review. Thanks bunches. And make sure you subscribe. Click that little icon down there that says subscribe, or it might be one over there, up there, down there, whichever. Make sure you watch the videos down there as well, because those are your fellow authors. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to our channel and you like this. We're bringing you these reviews. They're for your benefit. And then click that little bell, so each time we upload a video, you will get the notice. And that's it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.